Hello and welcome back to a brand new video on Tinting the T4. I am Matt, and today I'm going to answer one of your questions and one query because someone actually inquired about this. I've got a little list here of a few things that I want to get on with today. I don't think I'm going to get it all done, so we're going to start off. I've got gear linkage, it needs to be done, and that gear linkage, well, I say it's got to be done. I wanted to do a little clip to show how much play I've got in my gear linkage since I've done the short shift modification. I had a message from Stu in the actual short shift video that I'd done, so I will leave a link up here for that previous video. So we're going to have a look and see how much play I've actually got in that. So yeah, Stu will be checking that out in a minute, also known as Thingamajigger on Instagram. That's the one, isn't it? Thingamajigger. And then once we've done that, I still need a vacuum pump gasket to sort out. That's the only gasket that never got changed when I done my engine rebuild. And the reason why that never got changed is because all the gaskets that I did get, all aftermarket ones, none of them actually fit in the groove. They weren't deep enough for the recess that the vacuum pump had. I've now got the gasket from VW themselves, so hopefully that will actually fit. I need to empty and clean the interior. Last time, I don't know if you saw in the previous video, my van's an absolute mess because I've been doing window tinting. What else have I been doing? Trim porters, van conversions, I've been helping them out as well. So I've got all sorts of random rubbish in there and it all needs cleaning out. I then need to get on and do a wash and wax on the van, but I think, well, the level of detail I go into when I'm cleaning, that's going to be a day's job on its own. And also I can't really do that until the afternoon because where the sun's coming over at the moment, where I want to clean the van, it will be in sunshine until mid-afternoon, I expect. So I can't really get started on that yet. I also want to have a look at lowering the van. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the rear springs and let it sit on the bump stops and see what that how that looks. And also I want to see what size springs I've got on the rear, because I don't know how much it's been lowered, because those springs, they're H&R springs, but they were already on the van when I bought the van. So I want to have a look and see what ones those are. Moving on, I also need to do the seat base rear cover. So on the passenger seat, on the swivel base, where it goes onto the interior, I want to make a little wooden cover there. Need to tint the rear side windows because they're absolutely terrible. But I can't really do that until I've washed the vehicle. Then that way I can show you how bad those tints are. And they are the tints that were already on the van when I got it. I have previously done the rear window again, and I will leave another link for that video down below and one up here. Need to renew the insurance. So the insurance, I will ring them up today. I've got a few quotes from different companies. I also put out a post on Instagram with regards to insurance companies, who you're insured with, and I specifically asked for who has camper van insurance. And camper van insurance is usually quite a big topic, so I will be doing, I think I'm going to be doing a separate video on that because I've already got my quotes now from several companies. I know who I'm going with, but I'll let you know next time because I will be filming little clips for that as well, and we'll be talking about the insurance. And then finally, which I've just added, to fit my sub. So I do have an old Alpine S series, very old sub. I mean, that sub's probably older than some of you, but it still works and it's still good and it's not blown. So we'll have a look and see if we can fit that. But the first thing is, let's go out and get the van and put it on the drive. And I also recently fitted a new battery. So I've got a new Bosch battery on there, so it should start up first time. So let's go and have a look and see if it fires up on the button. Yeah, I will, yeah. Air bubbles. Oh, you can't really see them. Air bubbles. Well, that's in neutral. What we'll do is we'll get it on the drive and we'll have a look at the play, see how much play there is in gear and everything. But yeah, let's fire her up. No smoke. Nice one, brother. So in gear, there is still, I mean, it's not really wobbling. There is a bit of play there. First gear, bit of play. Second gear, a little bit of play. There is still play in it, and I have actually replaced a couple of the bushes as well. It must be like a T4 thing. There must be loads of play. I don't know. But we'll have a look and see how much play is actually underneath as well in a moment. The camera's on straight away. Oh, why am I going on forwards? Oh, I want to go on backwards, don't I? So I can clean the car out. Oh, what an idiot. Oh, let's turn it around and then reverse on, because the sliding door's there and I need to empty all of this crap. And the gear linkage is down this side, and if I park up against the side of the wall, I'm not going to be able to get underneath to have a look at the gear linkage. Oh, what an idiot. Right, I'm going to put the phone down and turn around, because I'm not thinking with holding the phone. So I think it's been quite a few years since I cleaned out the glove box and this door. Yeah, it's been quite a few years. I found, I don't even know how old some of this stuff is, but I've got some rubbers and a repair kit. Make of that what you will. So much junk in here. 2017 bug jam. Oh yeah, look, I've got to keep this. This is a constant reminder of the event that I went to that gave me a misfire on my van. So it was that journey going to VW Breakout when the van picked up a misfire. 4th of September it was then. And then, what was it, 9 months it took me to rebuild an engine? 9-10 months? I don't know, something like that. Long. I did stick my head under and go, right, let's have a look at this linkage. And went, nah mate, I can't get under there, it's too low. So I need to jack it up. And then we can have a look at the linkage. But before I get all dirty, I think I'm just going to have a quick clean out in here. Tidy everything up, put everything away. So I've had everything out, took everything out, cleaned everything, organised everything, cleaned and tidied the worktops, cleaned all in there, cleaned all in there. Haven't cleaned in there, I forgot about doing in there, but that's all organised anyway, pretty tidy. Cleaned all the front, sorted all that out. Got my glasses. No more money or change in there. Everything's nice and tidy. Glove box is tidy. And then just the junk. Bin bags. More bin bags. Right, well, that's taken me a few hours to get all that sorted. Like I said, it's still in the sunshine at the moment, so I don't really want to be cleaning it. Usually, I clean my vehicle here, but the T5's here. Right. I'm going to jack it up and have a quick look at the linkage. And then, I don't know what we're going to do. Because I've cleaned the windows on the outside. I don't know how well. Yeah, you can see the outline where it's faded from the old stickers. So that's why I want to remove the tint. But also on this side, like there's a tear. There's loads of creases and marks in the actual tint itself, and the tint's gone funny in places. And that's, yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3 and 4, because the sliding door window needs doing as well. Right, let's get the jack out, jack her up. Right, so we're up in the air. I've just had a look. You can't see my gear linkage, so I can't show you how much play's in it. But at the top here, there's hardly any play at all. That's actually pretty solid. If we go underneath though, and yes, seeing your linkage, Stu, aka thingamajigger, your linkage is a lot looser than mine. So let me just get a light going and we can see what's going on. So bear with me one moment and we'll get the light on. Right, that's better. Oh, excuse me, I've got stones in my back. Right, so what play have I got in mind? Is this, yeah, there is movement there, up and down, none at all really. It's a little bit of sideways play, but you can see that play there, how it corresponds to the play that I get when it's in gear. So even when it's in gear, I'm going to get a little bit of movement, even though that is totally tight and solid. I did put new bushes in here at either end. But all I done when I done mine, obviously I just drilled it across. I took it off, I'd marked it before where so I knew when I put it back on that it was going back on the right way. Well, it turns out I've done some investigating and this was never put on originally the right way. So when I drilled the hole, well, that hole should be here, that hole there should be here. So this bar is actually the wrong way round, but I didn't know that. I took it off, marked it, drilled it and put it back on. The only issue I do have is in reverse. I have to hold it in gear, but it's always been like that since day one. So maybe it is because of this. What I will do is I'm going to swap this around. I'll probably drill a hole over this side and then we'll link it back up and we see if we still get any play. Well, this is slightly annoying. Yeah, I can't drill the hole that size. I've only been able to drill up to a 10mm because that's the largest drill bit that I've got. I've got loads of different random sizes, but I don't have anything bigger than a 10mm. Usually I use my stepper. But my stepper drill bit is in my toolbox, which is round Matt's, because they've been borrowing a few things to do Jenny Wren's van. I've completely forgot about that. So what I'm going to do is putting it back to standard, and then I'm going to have to do it another time, come back and do it again. But let's put it back in standard and see if that eliminates any of that play. I don't think it will. I think that sideways play is always going to be there. Yeah, never mind. But we'll whack it back on. I'll drill it out and do that another time. Right, so I've just been up and had a look and play around. Okay, so this is a lot tighter now. Right, there's no play in that at all. That is solid. And it only goes into first, third and fifth. It's not going into second, fourth or reverse. And I reckon that's why it was on the wrong way round originally. So what we got to do is we got to make some adjustments up here. Do some adjustments so that it does actually go into all 6 gears. And I say 6 gears because it's 5 forwards and 1 reverse. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust this, and I'll show you how we do that in a moment. I'm going to go get a cup of tea first because I'm getting a little bit annoyed. Right, I do apologise. This video's a little bit all over the place. Right, so what I've done, just adjusted the gear linkage where this sits. So I'm going to show you quickly how to set up your gear linkage. Remove all of this, put it in the first gear, and you should have a tiny little gap just there. And I've already gone ahead, I've fiddled around, messed around with it, so I now know that's in the right place, and I can go through all the gears. So that's second, and I don't know how well you can see, but there's still a little gap at the back there, so that's fine. And then let's go into third. That's fine. Down into fourth, again, that's fine. Into fifth, happy days. And then reverse. There we go. What was happening before, when it was going into reverse, it was hitting down here. And you can see where there's wear on here as well, where I think the previous owners or someone along the line has, I don't know, either had the engine out or gearbox out or done something and then never actually set up the set it all back up again. I mean, I've never set it up ever. I've just always winged it and just gone, yeah, that'll do, that's good enough. And I always had to hold it in reverse to keep it in reverse. So now hopefully that should stay in reverse when I put it into reverse. If it doesn't and it pops out or it still grinds, then I know it's my gearbox that needs reconditioning. But underneath, I'll show you quickly how you adjust it. So you get it into first gear and then you can go underneath. And not gonna lie, this is a bit of a pain. Right, let's get under here. So this is apparently how it should be. I don't know, but it actually feels pretty good, the linkage like that. If I give it a shake, it's only left and right movement. Obviously it's not, none of it's tightened up yet, but there's no real movement in it. So what we need to do is, well, if you're adjusting yours, it's this nut here. So you've got 13 nut here, you've got 13 bolt head on the top here. Once that's loosened, this whole thing will become floppy. It will just fall over to the side. but you can also then slide this backwards and forwards to make your adjustments. So I had to slide mine in, so that way I slid mine. So I loosened this and slid it up, held it in position so it's in between third and fourth gear, and then tightened it back up again. Originally, what I first done was, it's really easy to get confused when you're underneath because everything's reversed. I originally, when I loosened this, pulled it out a little bit, and then as I pulled it out and I checked it all, I couldn't get it into second, fourth or reverse still, but first, third and fifth was fine. Pulled it all the way in, pushed it in, and now I can select all gears. There is more in there, I could push it up more, but I don't need to. You can see how much it's moved up. That there is about, I'd say about 7-8 mil. I've given that, so hopefully that should be fine now. Got rid of that massive spider that was living up under there. Don't want no free riders. Right, well I guess tighten everything back up because I haven't tightened that either. So I'm going to tighten that, put the gator back on, and then I guess take it for a test drive and make sure everything's all right. I don't think I'm going to be getting any other jobs done now because it's like 4 o'clock. I've only fart-arsed around today as well. I've got to pull my finger out and get on with stuff. Right, because it's getting late in the day, actually there's some clouds up. I could actually wash the van. I mean, it is still in the sun, but instead, what I've done, well, you can see me, nice and shiny. So that is going to go there like that, a little blank. So what I've got here is a bit of sticky tape, double-sided sticky tape. Just going to put a little bit up along this edge, a little bit on that edge, and then I'm going to, I'll fit it. I'll show you where I'm fitting it as well. I'm fitting it right there. Yeah, give me 2 seconds and I'll show you. So we've got the sticky tape on there now, double-sided tape, and now how does that look then? Yeah, it's spot on, doesn't it? Happy days. Happy days indeed, look at that. That tidies that up anyway. Nice one. Right, well there we have it. So after taking it round the block for a little spin, testing out the gears, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, goes through all the gears lovely. Better now than what it was before actually. However, reverse, and it does go into reverse and it stays in reverse, but it still grinds. So I reckon it's the gearbox. I reckon reverse is on its way out on the gearbox. So I'm gonna have to get the gearbox reconditioned. So we'll get that done at some point. Yeah, apart from that, everything's really good. Chuffed with it. Okay, it's a little bit different having the longer gears again rather than the short shift. But I will be, once I get my drill bit back, I will be doing that again. And we will be going back to a short shift because as much as I like it standard, the short shift is just, I don't know, it's just better, isn't it? It's better having a short shift. I think it is anyway. Let me know down below if you've had any problems with your gear linkages or, you know, any comments, advice. If you think I've cocked up somewhere along the way, let me know because all criticism or advice will help. So, yeah, I'm chuffed. Although it's taken me all day and feels like I've hardly got anything done, I've got enough done to warrant going inside for something to eat and a cup of tea. So I think what we're going to do is we'll wrap it up here. I'm going to call it a day. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe, and God bless.